Cool. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's live stream of our homebrew D&D campaign, the Darkness of Amon'Gul, a high fantasy campaign set in the continent of Creydor. We are the Conduits of Chaos, a bunch of D&D and game enthusiasts from Wales, and tonight we're actually celebrating our 10th session. We plow into the action and join our adventurers as they ended the last session on a incredible cliffhanger. Just a quick thank you though first to everyone who's been keeping up with our story so far. And if you are new to the channel or just tuning in, why don't you check out all of our past videos available on our Twitch and YouTube channels. Links are in the channel description. And if you do like what you see, please consider supporting us by hitting that big juicy subscribe button below. So let's go into last week's session as I'll put some music on and get the show on the road. So at the start of the last session, you found yourselves recovering from a short rest and devising your plan to explore the remaining mysteries of the cave system ahead. Your once tortured and now befriended goblin friend, Darkness, helped map out the remaining of the cave and led you through a shortcut to avoid the goblin guards. Unfortunately, this shortcut was down the water ravine, which, as Olga attempted to make her way down, slipped and took both Drent and Cathbad with her, tumbling into the water below. And I just realised this music is not... Is that coming through for you guys? It's not coming through on mine. I'll sort her out afterwards. As you reach the exit, you found Darkness speaking to a stalagmite, which he revealed to be his friendly roper, and stopped it from attacking you. He then showed you around the corner where you got an insight into Stonk Err's lair. With a bit of reconnaissance, you decided to use Drent's Mage Hand along with Cathbad's Pass Without Trace and Olga's Fog Cloud to distract and disorientate the guards and catch Stonk Err and his brothers by surprise. As an added layer of distraction, you sent Darkness in to confront Stonk Err, who did a fantastic job as his complaints about the working conditions infuriated him, sending Biff and Bash to smash poor old little Darkness, who ended up running into Olga's fog in fear. His heroics, however, gave you a free run at Stonk Err. Lovak and Broderson were the first to beeline it towards him, Lovak being intercepted, however, by the goblin commander tending to the wolves. Broderson did manage to make it towards him, however was shrugged off as Stonk Err only seemed interested in showing the little puppy Lovak what a true alpha Bugbear fights like. Meanwhile, the rest of the group found themselves engaged with Biff and Bash, Grizz dealing hefty blows to Biff, while Cathosaurus Rex slashed his claws into Bash. Olga, in a moment of concern for Darkness, however, lost in the fog, ran through the brothers, taking some striking blows on her way through and attempted to bring him to safety. As Drent, positioned towards the rear of the room, supported the battle from afar, he started to hear the sounds of further voices coming from deeper in the cave system, as another patrol made its way to flank you from the rear. Back to the confrontation with Stonk Err, Lovak found himself being challenged to a duel, and in a heated exchange of words managed to enrage him to the point he somehow managed to summon the power of lightning, which Lovak cunningly avoided to add even more insult to injury. Meanwhile, Broderson found himself fighting the goblin commander and wolves amongst the gold pile to the northern end of Stonk Err's lair, and after taking blows from multiple directions, decided to hide amongst the gold. And in true D&D and fantastic rolling style, of course, he found himself in Scrooge McDuck style swimming through the large pile and concealing himself. Unfortunately, though, this wasn't enough, as the bite and strike from the dire wolf above him was enough to press the life from his lungs. And then in the final moment of exchange, Stonk Err gave chase to Lovak, who had moved away from him, and offered to spare your lives in exchange for help. Lovak, seemingly hard at hearing and cunningly short of striking range, persuaded him to come a little closer, and in a miracle of D&D dice rolls, ended the evening with a critical roll against him. And that's where we'll pick up this week's session. Amidst the heat of battle, with skirmishes taking place throughout the cave and another goblin patrol bearing down on you. So, you find yourselves in a cliffhanger slow motion moment as Lovak's long arm swipe with his short sword heads crushingly towards Stonker's head. So, So we rejoin the battle as, we're all slow-mo watching Lovak's short sword come in towards Stonker as he laid a... Remind me on the numbers again, please, Lovak.
Damage was 51.
Just a scratch then, yeah?
Poke in the eyes, isn't it?
There's me thinking it was a little bit more intense. So as he's sort of begrudgingly come towards you as you've persuaded him, as he's offering a sort of lifeline to save your friend who he's openly said has fallen at the rear of the room, you take the opportunity in that moment to strike in with your short sword. And as that blow heads in towards him, tell me how he dies.
Hey.
So the short sword goes straight through his brand, through his cheekbone, and just straight out back of his head as his face just slowly slides down towards my hand on the grip of the sword.
Wow.
That was great.
Wow.
Yay.
And with that, I'll jump over to the battle overlay. And let's take a look at where we are. So, we were with Stonker to go up next. So as his head rolls down your blade, just a striking gasp of silence fills the room as the other goblins and ogres around see what you've just done to their leader.
I'll show them.
Would you like to take any further action?
It's not my turn. It was a reaction, wasn't it?
It was a reaction. Okay.
Even better.
So that, the next up is the ogre towards the rear that Olga was protecting daggers from. And he just turns around and he just... Oh my god! Boss dead! What we do now? Donna? As the other ogre turns around, I don't know. And just a sense of confusion resonates throughout the room. And we'll come to Cathbad.
Interesting. I'm going to do something a little bit risky, which is I'm going to use my bonus action to revert back to human form.
Okay.
So if I could swap out the dinosaur for Cathbad, thanks, Mike.
There you go.
Thank you. I am going to then. Sorry, one sec. I just want to see if I can do this. Yeah, I can cast a spell while I'm in combat, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Okay. I'm going to
It's your turn. Yeah.
catch the eye in my corner of my eye. I'm going to see these goblins approaching, and I'm going to try and quickly cast Erupting Earth again on this train of new goblins that I've just seen coming around the corner. So I'm going to do the square. Draw shape. So it is a 20-foot cube.
Oh wow.
Actually, no, let's not do it there. Sorry. I'm going to do it from the center of them there. Yeah, thanks.
Right.
So I'm just sort of going to, even though these guys are in front of me, I'm going to turn around and cast Erupting Earth like that. So the goblins now have to make a dex saving throw. And they get 3d12 bludgeoning on a failed or half as much on a pass. So I'll roll that damage. Should be coming through now.
Okay.
So this is at 3rd level.
Just checking. Got the right.
Oh, that dice was hanging on a 12 and it went down to a 3. So 16 damage each unless they make a dex save of 14, I believe. Yep.
And what have I got in there as well? Okay. Sorry, I've got one of the stat blocks up. 1 sec. Knew I was missing one. Yeah, so great. So I'll start from top to bottom. The goblin at the top rolled a 12. The one down from there rolled an 18. The one down from there rolled a 16. And the one at the front, the leader, rolled a nat 1.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So how much damage was it?
So 16 for the fails and 8 for the passes.
And what was the pass again?
14.
14, so... Yeah, the top and the bottom goblins take 16 points of damage, and the two in the middle take 8, as the ground just erupts beneath them.
Cool. I'm gonna have that's gonna end my turn. Gonna take a little bit of a risk until my next turn, I think.
Okay.
Unless we can drink potions as a reaction.
No, I think that's an action.
Damn. Okay, no, that's fine then.
Unless you take the perk for potion, reactions.
Potion swiller.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that's better.
Great. Alright, that brings us on to Drent. Welcome back.
Yo, good to be back. God, did I miss all the combat though? It's my favourite part.
Oh, it's not over yet.
There's still enough of it to go around.
I've left you a nice challenge to get back into.
Yeah, like I was thinking, do I need to go around the bottom to try and reposition? And I'm like, that's gonna take too long. So I think I'm gonna go. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20 to here, and I'm hoping for a bit of leniency here, Mike. Out of Biff and Bash, which one looks the most hurt?
Give me a perception check, because you've been at the rear of the group.
Oh, perfect. 15?
You can tell that they're both looking injured. However, Biff seems to be a little bit more injured from the repeated blows from Grizz.
Okay, then I would like to shoot my Shadow Steel crossbow at that one then, please. But not do anything impressive with an 8. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20. And with that, I'm just going to move 5, 10 feet back just to try and get out of the way of the goblins. And then my turn.
So as as you go to fire your crossbow, just the eruption of ground just around the corner from you distracts you as a bolt flies into the air as you head back towards the rear of the cave.
Okay. And that ends my turn. Thank you.
So next up is the goblin at the center, or the goblins at the center of this group. And I did roll them separately. So they're in difficult terrain. So this one presses forward slightly, noticing Cathbad and Grizz towards the front next to Biff and Bash, and pulls out its crossbow and fires at Grizz.
Yes!
It's where nat 20s you.
So as the bolt flies, rolled a natural one. So as the earth erupts beneath the ground, and the difficult terrain seems to just cause him to fall as he's about to fire off his crossbow bolt, and instead hits the goblin commander in front of him for...
Oh well, I'll have another chance to do it in the next 5 sessions, I'm sure.
3 points of damage.
This is clearly the B squad, isn't it?
Yeah, these are,
I don't want to jinx it now.
bench warmers, right?
Right. Next up, we have the goblin commander towards the top of the group, and he is currently engaged with Broderson, but as he turns, he sees his commander-in-chief has fallen, and it distracts him from scurrying around the gold to strike at Broderson, seeing the wolf already atop, applying the pressure, and he just turns in a moment of, again, confusion and unknowing, as almost looking towards Biff and Basher for a sort of leadership and direction. Biff, Bash, what do we do now? As it turns and heads towards them and towards Olga. Is that still...
Yeah, still
It
difficult
is.
terrain,
It
so
is
it's
still
half
difficult.
movement.
Okay.
Until someone flattens it with a shovel, basically. No, it's really annoying to get back. You have to spend like 5 minutes per square actively flattening the ground back for it to be returned to normal.
20, 30, makes it to there. And let's just check. Have I got the stat block up? Yeah, he stops there in confusion, as if hoping being closer to Biff and Bash will give him some answers, as he just watches on as Stonker's head just rolls off Lovak's blade before him. And the next up is the ogre engaged with the with Cathbad.
This is the bit I wasn't looking forward to.
And it just turns. Do we still smash? Biff? Bash? Smash? Okay, I'm just gonna do it. And he strikes down at Cathbad with his club.
I don't think he would have wanted you to, Ogre.
Is this a way to honor his memory?
A 23.
Yes.
As his club comes smashing in, it swings around and hits you across your torso, under your sort of shoulders, and hits you for 16 points of damage.
Ouch.
Okay. Oh, I added 16, so remove 16. Cool.
Next up is the direwolf, who is currently still out of it from the hypnotic pattern. So we move on to Broderson. Can you GM roll me a death saving throw, please? And this is your first? Second?
Mike was on mute. This is my first.
In a moment of...
It's no point in putting it as a GM roll if you're going to react like that, right?
Well, in a moment of... a moment where Broderson's life had pretty much left his lungs, and he struggled to breathe as the direwolf pressed down on the gold pile above him. You see an arm reach out as Broderson finds his way out of the pile of gold.
Ooh.
He rolled a nat 20.
Wow.
Nice.
That's 2 death saves, 2 nat 20s. That's so annoying.
Yeah, this is go now, doesn't he?
Did we say that last time? He gets his
Yeah.
go? Yeah. Because you recovered your health, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're not unconscious.
I think you get restored back to 1 HP.
1 HP, but you get your action as well, yeah?
Yes. So. Okay. I've worked them. Do I get to make an action? Or is that just end around?
No, this is what I'm saying. You get to use an action.
Oh, with you, sorry. Okay. So going to quickly dive into my backpack and swallow a couple of the green mushrooms that I picked up. We seem to have observed that they had some rejuvenating properties, so I'm gonna stuff. I'm trying to work out how many I had. So I seem to have 1 kilo of the green mushrooms. So I'm gonna swallow as many as I can.
Okay. So as you just take a handful then at this point and start to consume these mushrooms, you regain 5 hit points of health. But as you consume it, you start to feel a little delirious and confused, almost like in a drunken state. So for your next rolls and actions, you have disadvantage.
Okay. Then, so just to check as well, the green mushrooms. How much in terms of weight would that have consumed?
You had a kilo, right?
Yeah.
I will roll a d100.
I'm glad they're metric in this fantasy world. A bushel of mushrooms you got.
So yeah, it consumes almost half of the mushrooms that you had. 51. I rolled a 51, so I'm going to say it was 51. 510 grams of your kilo. So that's a lot of mushrooms.
Yeah, that is a lot of mushrooms.
For 5 health as well.
That's 1 per 100 grams. Like.
There you go. You got your measures already.
Cool. That's me.
Okay. Next up is one of these other goblins in the center of this group, and it's gonna move forward through this difficult terrain, and ahead of Cathbad, and again noticing both Grizz and Cathbad, fires a crossbow bolt towards Cathbad.
Okay.
And a 10
No.
misses.
No
as,
dice, goblin. Hits my shield.
As it just pings off the side of your leather armor.
Nice.
And flings off into the back part of the room. Next up.
It's the first time I've deflected something for about 3 sessions.
Oh, you're taking hits every time before that.
I feel like it. A lot of scars after this one.
So next up is Bash, and he has overheard everybody sort of shouting that Stonk Err has fallen, and he turns and sees it for himself as he looks towards a smaller Lovac, a smaller Bugbear to him in Lovac, but almost with the eyes of anger for his brother, but respect for potentially as a new leader, as he looks at you, Lovac, and you see him look at you, and he grabs his mace, puts it to the floor as if to lean, and kneels down to the ground and says, "Okay, you are new master now.
Yes.
Lay
Give it a
down
chance.
your arms, everyone. My brother is dead."
Oh.
Hey.
Hmm.
And with that, the sort of goblin at the top can't quite hear this as he heads a little bit closer. Just make sure he's in that square there, and can only see Grizz towards his eyesight, his eye line, and fires a short bow at him. And a 23.
Okay, it hits, but roll the damage.
Okay. Oh, nat 1, so 3.
Okay, so yeah, I'm able to deflect. I'm able to deflect that, but grab it as well because it's basically I get 1d10 plus 11. So if it's less than 11, I don't need to roll, right? So yeah, I'm able to spend a key point to throw it back at him and make a ranged attack as if it was one of my own weapons. So I'm going to do that now.
He's the one that took full damage from Cathbad's erupt.
And I have 21 to hit.
Hit.
Okay, so roll damage. 6 damage.
As the arrow flies back at him, he had 5 hit points. Tell me how he dies.
So I whip round. I whip round to catch the arrow. I'm so enthusiastic to be able to catch an arrow, and I just sling it back at him. And I do it with such precision that it lands clean in the middle of his throat.
Of all the things you could have rolled, you rolled a 6.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I mean, a 5 would have done it as well, but I mean, that's
Just
great.
one extra in it, just for drama.
So yeah, and the goblin falls, and you just hear Abash shout out again. I said, stop! As Lovak, conveniently, is your turn.
Surrender, you'll face the same fate as this Stonk.
The drama is slightly undercut by his name there, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I'll just look at everyone.
Can you give me an intimidation roll, please?
17.
Okay. While Snorto's perhaps as roaring or as furious as Stonkers himself, it's enough on top of Abash's command that you start to see the ogres and goblins around you lay down their arms. And with that, we'll come out of combat.
That's good. I was going to have to bring the big guns out if it'd gone round again.
Yeah, Allosaurus.
I had another trick up my sleeve, but
Okay.
save it for another day.
Sounds promising.
Oh, you look. Well, you are much stronger than you look. Little puppy, as my brother said.
Is this in Goblin or?
Yes.
Okay.
One step, I'm sorry. Who said that?
That was Bash.
I'll burp in Bash's face with fire breath. So the one left to use.
Nice.
Don't lose it otherwise.
Roll to hit. Or is it a...
Oh. Yeah, he's got to do a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity...
Is it Bash?
Bash, yeah, at the top. Yeah, rolls an 11.
So he takes 13 points of damage.
And he takes, this flame comes towards him, and starts to sear his skin as he, oh, I'm sorry, I won't call you little puppy.
You see that goblin over there? I point towards Daggers. He's now your leader.
Yay!
Daggers, sit. I'll point towards the throne.
Yay! Daggers always knew he'd be leader one day. Thank you, master. I mean, thank you, my loyal servant.
Don't push it.
I'm sorry. And meanwhile, the goblins and bugbears and ogres are looking at each other going, huh? What? What? That little thing is the leader now? I'm not listening to him. He's scrawny. I just threw him over there. That's that guy talking.
Do you want to keep your head?
Well, I need my head to stay and talk. So yeah.
Then listen to that little one, whatever you call him, little scrawny goblin.
Oh, what?
Well, you lose your head.
Oh, I see. Oh, right. Yeah, alright, I won't keep my head.
Good. I'll guess check on Bruce.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the goblins are all just sort of still a little bit confused, walking around, and as you're all sort of talking, one of the goblins at the rear starts to back away. Trent, can you roll me a perception check, please?
I certainly can. Hey.
Well, he's not going anywhere, is he? So as he
I'd shoot him if he is.
you could see him sort of like wading through this difficult terrain now, and hence making him fairly noticeable, and you see him trying to shrug away towards the northern part of the cabin. What would you like to do?
Shoot him and then a warning shot, obviously. Try and like aim it like at his feet, as you know, in front of him as he's backing away.
Okay.
As a warning thing, and then point back, you know, into the cave where everyone else is.
Can you roll to hit? If you, I'm just thinking, if you roll a natural 1, you're gonna hit him.
So 17.
Yeah, so you find a spot. There's a rock sticking out, just not far from his face, and he sees it coming towards him, and it pings off, and he's like, "Oh, all right, I'm not going anywhere."
And I
That's
just
it.
point for him to get back, you know, much
Right.
further back into the cave.
Back. Okay. Anyone else like to do anything else as Lovak is heading towards Broderson?
Maybe we should gather everyone together in a spot so that we can keep an eye on everyone, you know.
And then maybe inspect that treasure.
Maybe get everyone together over in the corner by, yeah.
Did we hear Biffa or Basha speaking common at all? Obviously, I wasn't here last session, so
Yeah, they give some insults during the last battle.
yeah. So if I can walk over there then and just say to one of them, can you get all the goblins and the giants over on that wall?
I'm not
Obviously.
listening to human. If he tells me, I will listen.
Oh, what an end to a promising career.
So close. At that, I look towards Lovak to do so. I'm not sure if you know I can hear it, or how far away he's gone.
Yeah, can I hear?
Yes, you can.
I'll say in Goblin, do what he says. He's my friend.
So you'll know, obviously, there's a hierarchy within goblin structure. So yeah, by saying that, yeah, sort of turns around. Well, who your new commander?
That's all to be decided.
Well, why should I listen to him?
Oh, Trent, yes. Trent. Listen to Trent. Listen to the human.
Sort of an air of displeasement as he's sort of taking commands from a human. I listen to you, not human.
Oh, yeah.
But moves away.
Can I,
Alone.
while this is going on, can I go up to Daggis and say, Daggis, you know you are helping us get out of here. You need to get your new subjects in line for us. They're still proving difficult.
Yes, okay. So, you all got to listen now to me, because new master said I'm the master now. So, you all gather, everyone, and get them in here now. And just look around again like,
Lovac, yeah, you might need to.
But they start to move.
Oh, they do this.
Reluctantly start to move as the group makes its way in around the fire.
I'm gonna get back out of the way as they come around there and go back to where I was standing.
I was going to message and just say, quick, Olga, do fireball!
Daggis is just sat there. Yes, you all listen to me now.
The one in the bottom right move as well, Mike.
Oh yes, I'm just a little slow.
At the wolves.
Well, I'll go get the wolves, it's alright. Come on then, little one. They won't go anywhere, God's a treasure.
So we need, Daggis, we need you to tell us when and where to leave this and not get burned by a dragon. And we expect you to keep your goblins in line and not come and attack us while we're leaving.
Well, I told you before. I mean, there's only this way out, or Mojo's lair. We're still trying to escape via the tunnel. I told you this.
Okay, good.
I think we may need to have a little private meeting to discuss a few things.
Okay.
Are we gonna raid the treasure at all, guys?
Oh, I would assume so. I just
Yeah.
thought we'd better get together as a group and discuss our options. Because Lovac seems to have a small army now for going into Mozo's lair. Obviously, I don't say
point.
that.
Daggis has a small army.
It'll be a bit smaller in a minute if you're not careful.
Be easier to kill.
Oh, well, you tell me I'm in charge, and then you insult me. This is not very fair.
Daggis, if you're gonna be a leader, you're gonna have to get thicker skin, man.
Yeah, welcome to the corporate world. It's dog eat dog out there, Daggis.
Doggy Daggis? Okay, I'll. All right. I'm the boss. Yes.
Okay, should we have our meeting?
Yeah, where should we go?
Here. how I do this. Come with me.
Oh, Bruson. I'll help Bruson along.
Come on, Bruson.
Team order.
I'm coming. Hang on a minute.
As I walk past the wolf, I like kind of stamp at it.
I was gonna say, please tell me it bites you.
1 hit point damage.
6 points of damage.
Forgot the mushrooms.
Shall we get everyone to stand in the difficult terrain, so if they do get any silly ideas, then they'll at least be slowed down?
I reckon we'll
Bad
be
idea.
alright.
I think
I don't think
say
we
this
can all
very
fit
quietly.
in it anyway.
I say this very quietly.
Do you see
I
how
don't
much
think
space
we
those
want
big
another
fat
fight.
ogres take?
Daggis, when we said private conversation, did we mean to include you?
Oh, I'm one of you now.
Sounds good, Daggis.
You can't sit with us.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, not at this lunch table, sorry.
I thought you were different to the ogres and
we
goblins.
just made you leader. Behave.
Stop being so melodramatic,
Yeah.
Douglas. Come on.
No.
Wind
Go
it
sit
in
on your
just a
comfy
touch.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Go and keep an eye on your subjects.
Think about your rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does
Move
Daggis,
into prime position now.
does Daggis leave?
Yeah, Daggis
He's on
leaves.
his throne.
So I turn to Drent. Please, Drent, please continue.
I was just wondering whether we're going to try and get into that dragon's lair and get some treasure when he goes. If he does, we have people who could guard things for us, people who could carry things for us, people who could guard us while we take a rest for the night and patch up our wounds. I point to Broderson.
I get where you're coming from, Trent,
We
but
don't need to leave, do we?
we don't need to fight a dragon either, right? So
No, not
the-
fight one. Wait till
Yeah,
he leaves on the hunting.
okay, so yeah, because I was thinking we definitely need to leave when the dragon's out, and I guess my thinking is there's already probably more treasure in the corner than we can carry, right? So
I reckon there's something really, really impressive in there, like a new bow staff or something.
We could get the goblins to transport some treasure back to the nearest guild house for us, and just. And then if they get killed by Scumron on the way, so be it.
Yeah.
I mean, no, not that.
Olga could do a trick again.
If you look at it like this as well, when the dragon's out, we could raid his treasures, and when he comes back in to rest, then we could go, because then we know he's in the cave then, so he's now hunting.
Yeah, I Cathbad, yeah, I like the sound of this, Trent. The appeal of the dragon's treasure is calling to me a bit.
Maybe there's nunchucks there as well, Chris.
I mean, that would be pretty cool, but I really, really can't stress enough how much I don't want to fight a dragon in the middle of mountains after we've been, on the road for so long. We whatever we do, we're going to have to make sure we rest up before we do anything else.
Let's just have a peek once the dragon's out. We don't have to go in.
You're going to see a bunch of golden treasure, and you're going to be like, you're going to be compelled to do it. Then, aren't you? It's going to be. I mean, I'll go along with whatever, but I just think we just need to be careful here. We didn't come up this mountain to fight a dragon, right? That was definitely not part of our mission.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I'm getting sidetracked.
Definitely.
Look at what's happened to all these goblins. They've let gold kind of, cloud their vision, and now their leader is dead, and the rest of them are scrabbling around after a little scrawny goblin called Daggis.
That's just normal. That's
Okay, Lovak, yeah. Good point, thank you.
Well, let's check this treasure out and see if there's anything worthwhile. Might be some armor in there, or.
And then are we gonna go to the dragon's lair when he's out? How are we gonna get out of the cave, and how are we gonna rest? I think those are the two most important things.
What if we task the remaining goblins with continuing to dig the tunnel in case we need a plan B?
Would that take years to finish?
Well, Daggis seemed to say it was a matter of days, but if people are under a lot of, pressure, maybe they can do it a bit quicker.
Do we know if there's any more patrols? Because we don't really want these ones getting out and then going to find more goblins and causing more trouble for us.
But isn't Stonker in charge of all the patrols, or is it just this one?
Stonker was, but Stonker's dead.
Yeah, and Daggis is in charge now.
Look, if we leave these group of goblins for any length of time, Daggis is going to be dead, right? Like that's that's a reality, right? He's had a good run.
That's debatable, Chris, but yeah, sure.
I was trying to be optimistic,
Cathbad, Broderson, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Yes. 18.
Cathbad?
Perception as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Both 18.
3 18s in a row.
So as you're sort of listening in, you do hear the group behind talking, and you hear Biff talking to one of the ogres next to him. Says, "As soon as they leave, we'll kill that pathetic little thing and we'll cut his arms and legs off and feed him to the wolves, and then we'll resume our command."
Are they saying this in common or goblin?
Saying it in goblin.
Damn it.
Okay.
So with your
We know they're
perception
whispering.
check, you can
Yeah.
hear them whispering, and you hear Daggis.
Do you think we should have a long rest then after we inspect the treasure? Maybe send some of them to go hunt for food or something? Just to get them far enough away that we can not get ambushed.
Should we have a long rest here?
Are we going to utilize these goblins as part of our plan? Because if not, part of me thinks we should just dispose of them.
Do you think we can?
Bugbears
Yes.
would be troublesome, I think.
Where are the bugbears?
Biff
Bash
and
Biff and Bash,
Biffa,
yeah.
Ah.
Bofa.
You overheard the words Daggis and debt. That's the words that stuck out to you as you both, with your 18 perceptions, overheard.
Grizz, that comment you made a minute ago.
I make a lot of comments.
You were right about Daggis's chances being pretty slim if we leave him to his own devices.
Yeah.
I can't quite tell what they're saying, but I get a hunch that you were right there.
Olga, could you make Daggis into a giant with your spell?
Oh,
That might buy us some time.
I absolutely probably could if it works. Shall we call him over, or shall I go over to him? Do you want him now? That's what I'm saying. I assume now's a better time than any.
Maybe just do it like while they're not looking at you, just so it looks like he's just
Yeah.
going big out of nothing.
Can I? How far
long
can
does
I
it
do that?
last?
Hang on.
I'm gonna
Spells.
say, what happens when it weighs off though?
Yeah,
We won't be gone by then, will we? Like, we'll still be here because we're hoping to have a long rest, I assume.
What we
oh,
looking
it's only
at?
up to 1 minute as well.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Maybe save that for when we leave or something. Give him a fighting chance for a minute.
Tell him, I'm gonna make you big, and then when you get small again, you gotta run.
I just worry that while this lot are still around and they're talking in a language we don't understand, that leaves a lot of gaps in, our kind of safety, right? Are we going to feel comfortable even resting up right now? Is that because we've got to rest before we do anything else? And I don't know. Do we exile them, get them out of the cave? Completely. Tell them to, like, they can live, but they need to move on or something.
Chris, do you want to kill them?
I just don't feel like. I just don't feel like it's a really safe and trustworthy bunch. Because look at the problems we had. Look at the problems we had with you giving orders to that goblin, right? He should have just taken that order. It's like, is he in a negotiating position when his leader's been taken out and he's surrounded? No, but he was still giving you shit, wasn't he?
Why don't we get them all to take a box of treasure and just take it down the mountain to the druid village? Or will that be dangerous for the druids?
Actually, here's an idea. No, I was just going to say, if we tell them to do that, they probably won't. We give them a fairly small amount of treasure, tell them to transport
They
it,
take it and run.
and they'll take it and run, right?
That's a good idea.
That's not a bad plan if we want to just get rid of them,
at least they're
right?
just dispersed on the mountain somewhere that we've.
Not our problem then, right?
And Daggis will be safe, right? Because he won't have a bunch of people there.
Yeah.
So we say Daggis is staying behind to lead. Yeah, there we go. You get to keep Daggis. We can come and visit him.
You could even ask Daggis when the best time to send them out is, so that maybe they bump into the dragon while it's hunting.
That's very
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Let's do it.
So maybe we go and grab Daggis and, don't give him all the details, but say that we want to send them out with some treasure to a village.
Let's do it. I like this plan.
Yeah.
I like this scheme.
It is a scheme.
Okay.
In fact, do you think this will work? You seem to know their kind much better than us.
Good point, Trent. Yeah, Lovak.
I think they won't. I think the plan's good. I don't think they would take it to the village.
No, that's the point. Is that they'll just disappear and go and start somewhere else, right? But we don't tell them that we know that. We just want them gone.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool.
I think maybe you were the right one to tell them as well, Lovak. They don't seem to take orders from any of us, so show of your might. And,
maybe go and stand next to Daggis and shout at them all.
When we resting after we leave?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Long rest.
Yeah, because we can take the planks up and we can,
Get my bedroll out.
Yeah, Mike, make sure you roll your D100s, man, because we're coming for all the treasure.
So everyone could take treasure as much as they can carry down to the bottom of the mountain to the village down there,
Yeah, to the druid village.
What's it called again? Gendrish.
Gandrish, yeah.
Oh yeah, good shout.
Let's do it then.
Cathbad.
Yep.
Do you still have that ability to send a messenger ahead?
That is a great shout. Let me see. I do. I have a spell slot left for that.
What's the distance?
Is it 50 miles, is it?
Hang on. Duration 24 hours. Wait, hang on. Yeah, so they can fly for 24 hours per spell slot, essentially. So if I cast it at second level, if I cast it at second level, it goes for 24 hours. And if I cast it at third level, which I've got one spell slot left of that, then it can go for 48 hours.
I'd say you'd be able to
in fact, sorry. 24 hours, but third level or higher is 48 hours plus 24, so it's 72 hours. So yeah. Will it make it in 24?
Yeah, well, not in 24, because you've made it quite a few days into the mountains, and you've got well over 100 miles to travel.
Wait, what creatures are there in here that we're going to use, though?
Are there any bats?
Wolf.
That's a good... Oh, no, hang on. It has to be a tiny beast. It could be a bat, though.
A tiny bat.
Can I? Yeah. Are there any bats in here? There must be.
Looks like they're all in perception checks. No. I'll go with that. Yeah, you find yeah. You see, there's all various sorts of life forms. Daggis was, as you recall, feeding mice to the roper, his friend. Yeah, you can find some bats as well.
What message should I? Yeah, I'm just gonna walk off and come back with a little bat in my hand. So, Dren, what would you like me to tell our friend here?
Just to warn them so they don't get ambushed or anything.
Yeah.
Assuming if they go that far. So I was just trying to look out for the druids.
I'll whisper and I whisper the full plan that we discussed into the bat's big ear and send it on its way. Back down the tunnel.
Cool. And the bat
Godspeed.
flies off towards the druid village.
Safe journey, my friend.
What else would you guys like to do now?
So what order do we need to do everything in? We need to get these guys out of here, inspect the treasure, then sleep? Or sleep, then inspect treasure?
Okay, I'll turn the bugger off.
Okay.
I'll go toward near Daggis. Right. We're gonna enter a phase of transition. So if you all just grab as much coin as you can and head down to Gandrich and give it to the chief down there. Come back. By the time you come back, we'll have everything in here brand new, things will whistle, and better than ever. How does that sound? In Goblin.
And they all look at each other in a bit of confusion. We're leaving, and then it's almost like secondary, the gold. And they're like, yeah, we're leaving.
I bet you, Ogre, you could take a lot for us, couldn't you, eh?
Oh yes, I could carry lots, boss.
That's great. Just don't lose any.
I don't want to lose any gold. Are you sure you want us to take it all, no? And wait a minute, what about a dragon?
What's that, sorry?
What about the dragon?
You can't get in here, so it's perfectly safe, right?
Yeah, but if we leave the mountain, I'm sure he's going to get us. That's why we didn't leave in the first place. That's why we're building the escape route down the cave.
Oh, that's why we're organizing a distraction. So when you go down, we'll distract the dragon.
Are we talking in common now, by the way?
Yeah.
That's okay. So yeah, we'll cause a distraction. It'll be really loud, and the dragon will be like, "Oh, what's going on over here?" And we'll be covering for you. But if we want to get where we want to get to as a group, we're really going to have to kind of make this place a lot better set out. We're going to get a foosball table in. It's going to be amazing. There'll be like a nap pod. It's going to be really good when we come back.
Lots of grog.
Lots of grog as well.
Oh,
Come on, guys.
Like the sound of that.
Brodison can brew the grog, but he can't work in these unclean conditions.
All right, come on, boys. Let's get packing.
Daggis is going to stay behind and clean.
And put together a 3-year plan.
Clean? What? Why am I cleaning?
So that we can brew the grog.
It's the most important job in the cave, don't you think? Brewing the grog.
Oh, if it's the most important, yeah, I'll take charge.
Yeah. Gotta make the best grog we can for these people.
Daggis will make the best grog, and Daggis will call the Daggis Ale.
Okay, we won't put you on the marketing team. But otherwise, yeah.
Do you want to oversee the treasure handing over? See what bits they can take?
Yeah, we don't want to take all of the treasure because obviously we might need some for emergencies while you're away, like the foosball table and the nap pod.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Daggis can do that. That's all good.
How much treasure does it, like, obviously on the map, Mike, it looks like it's miles more than any of us could carry. Is it actually that amount, or is it something like, what proportion if they all took some, like, how much do you think they would take? Would they take like half of it, or a quarter of it, or how much we looking?
I mean, it looks like a lot, as you can imagine. So
Yeah.
if you wanted, you can either ask, or you can, I don't know, go for a perception, and I'll give you a estimation.
Can we tell them to only take coin then? At least if there's anything like maybe there's an item, it's still going to be there, safe for us to pick up.
Yeah, I did say kind, but
Yeah, if we tell them,
Yeah, fair.
they need to buy supplies in Gendrith, so you know that's going to be part of the job. So it'll have to be coins, because shops don't accept like goblets and stuff. They only accept coins, right?
16 as well, Mike.
Just from your estimation, there's a mix of gemstones and various trinkets, objects, etc., and obviously the mass amount of gold. You probably imagine is upward of around 10,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, but what percentage of that would like the goblins and that be able to carry is what I'm trying to grasp, so that we don't end up giving them half the treasure.
I mean, right now, without them having any good means to carry it, as you can probably see in that place, probably a quarter of it.
Okay, that's pretty good then, right? So
Just carry a sack each.
7,500 gold is pretty good for us, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Grizz was right. That's a lot of gold. Okay, well, I leave it to Lovac.
I thought of the brand of my ale,
Yeah.
Brewdag.
Oh no. That's a fine name, Daggis.
Are you sure we want Daggis to stay behind?
Yes, we need him.
Okay.
He's the brain.
Just checking. Yeah, he's the brains of the operation, obviously. Yeah.
Okay.
So think of Daggis as the chief here, and I am the area chief, gentlemen.
Okay, we'll carry the gold.
Brilliant.
How are you
They're waiting
distracting
for
the
you.
dragon?
I'm gonna sing him a lullaby and get him to fall asleep. Would you like me to show you it now?
No. I think you need a rest first. You look a
fine.
bit tired.
I'm
Little
fine.
wizard.
It's been a very long day. We killed a lot of your friends. That was really draining.
Well, some die, some live.
Oh, come on. I
That
was
is
expecting
goblin
it.
way.
I was expecting to wind him up. But
Goblin die with honor on edge of sword.
okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, how would you like to initiate this? You're gonna just send them on their merry way. You're taking a break, taking a.
Yeah, get them out, and then we'll have a rest. I think.
Yeah.
Eat their food.
Satchel of gold on their backs, and
Have you
get marching.
guys seen like the video or something where there's like a man sat at a table when some like woman walks past, and then when she's gone, he breathes out and knocks the table over. That's how I imagine our party when the goblins go. They breathe out and everyone's just like hit the floor and out cold.
So one of the ogres mentions, "Oh, we got that pile of trash back there. I'm sure there's some satchels we can tie onto the wolves, and the wolves can carry some of the gold. A lot of the gold, actually." Yeah,
thinking.
good idea.
Who said this?
One of the ogres.
Wow, that's an intelligent ogre.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. We need the sacks ourselves. Just do as you're told. Lovak's orders.
The sacks form part of the plan to distract the dragon.
Oh. Okay.
You're a big ogre. You can carry plenty without the wolves doing the work for you.
Yeah, but my hands are only so big. I mean,
These wolves are majestic creatures. They're not pack animals.
Yeah, maybe you should feed them the gold instead.
oh,
You could carry the wolf then.
yeah.
You can wrap the wolf around your neck like some sort of fur hood.
What is some boxes back there? Actually, should we put them in the boxes and put them on the wolves?
Yeah.
You don't seem to be taking Lovak's orders very serious, do you?
Boxes of firewood.
Just carry a box, ogre. You're strong.
Carry the gold in your hand and
Still
go.
trying to get out of your duties.
I just think it's a little wasteful.
We're sending you to go and get supplies. Like, how much gold do you think we want you to take? We don't want all of it to go, do we?
Oh, I thought you wanted us to take all of the gold we can.
Just take like a good amount each. Just solid.
But you can carry.
Sainsbury's carry a bag.
Okay.
Yeah, take a good solid
And
amount
he just brushes his arms across the gold, and I'll take this then.
That's good. Good.
Yeah,
work. Well done.
yeah.
Hope you don't get an itchy nose.
Right, well,
Oh, now you've said that. Oh, as all the gold spills on the floor. All right, we'll go. As they start to pile up the gold and as much as they can take, fill their pockets, and start to depart the cave. Were you commanding them all to go?
yeah.
Everyone
Yep.
except Daggis, wasn't it?
Yeah, all except Daggis.
Have we told them to go south?
Yeah.
Because I have a thought actually. So when they go over the bridge, we can move the boards away, and it would hopefully leave us somewhat safer.
Hang on, though. Weren't the boards already on that other side?
We had.
Or did we grab them again? Oh no, did we? Hang on.
I didn't put them back.
Did you? So the boards were on the south side of the river, weren't they?
Oh, boss, we can't go anywhere. Somebody's broken the route.
Let's go the river way.
Go get it. Go get the stuff. Oh, it's all right. I could jump over there. Ogre dexterity check.
I just remembered that ogre from our other campaign that we hunted down mercilessly into the river.
Oh yeah.
Held its head under the water.
So this ogre takes a jump over the ravine, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna make it." And he wedges
Oh, down I
himself
go.
between two rocks, and the others go, "Oh right, that's made it easier. No, let's just go over. Yeah, his head. All right, yeah. Oh, and they all go one by one over his head. Hey guys, don't leave me down here. And the other ogre comes and pulls him up, and yeah, they start to leave the cave. And now it's just got Daggis with you lot.
You've got a really strong crew here, Daggis. You should be really proud of their potential.
I'm sure they'll be back in no time.
Yeah. Bit of sunburn / dragon fire breath burn. Oh no, wait, it was a nice dragon, wasn't it?
Do you guys want to inspect the treasure now, or do you think we should get to sleep first?
Drent, are you generally better at checking for treasure before or after you've had the rest?
Oh, I'm sure you're the best one for finding it, right? You find all the good stuff.
I mean, I can try. In the morning.
Perfect. Let's get a rest then.
Cool. So are you gonna take a long rest, is it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. As don't press it yet, you go to
Damn it.
take a long rest.
Do you want us to
For-
move in the way we would take one, Mike, before we go too far?
For the first time in a long time, you get a peaceful night's sleep.
Hey.
As the warm, relaxing environment of the fire and
Yeah.
surrounded by gold seems to not only boost your morale, but keeps you comfort and warm as well.
Yay.
So we
Oh,
can
I
press
love
it now,
that.
right?
And you may press the long rest button.
Hey.
I think I've wasted enough of your action economy for one.
It's been so long, haven't we?
Oh, I've got more questions now, Mike. How am I feeling?
Oh yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
That's 5 sleeps now.
good shout. But what was that number?
5 sleeps. Oh, 10.
It
No,
was
9.
10.
No, it's
11.
9.
Yeah, it was
One of
minus
them.
one.
Yeah, it was 9 minus 1, so that's 8 rather
Oh,
than...
yeah. That's how math works, right?
Yeah.
Especially in this realm.
So, yeah, you still, as you sleep, again, what I just mentioned, you probably have one of the most comforting night's sleeps you've had in a little while after being disturbed for so long, but you still do see visions of a past starting to reform in your memories, and these pictures are starting to become a little bit more clearer as each day passes, and as you all successfully sleep the night away. None of you were doing anything else, were you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you wake up after your rest, and Drent, you still do feel slightly groggy. Though you've got a piercing headache, but you're starting to, like I said, shape those memories in your mind now, and it's becoming less hazy, but still too foggy for you to get a full understanding.
Okay.
And then the rest of you have had a genuinely nice sleep.
Yay.
And for once, you weren't woken up by acid or fire or something, Drent. Cool. And on that note, let's take a break. We're halfway through the session, and we'll come back in sort of 5 minutes time, and we'll recommence the second part of the session as you all wake
Nice.
up from your long rest.
Nice.
Yep.
Thank you, man.
Cheers.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Cheers, thank you.
Head back to the tables. So welcome back, everyone. We just left the party as they've dispatched the goblins under the new command of Lovac to Gandrish with as much gold as they could carry as a distraction, no doubt, for the dragon that's looming outside. And we'll rejoin the party as they've just taken a long rest. What would you like to do?
So are we going to start doing some investigating, maybe Stonker's body and the treasure pile?
Sounds good. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll help Roderson with the breakfast this morning, so you can go check for treasures, Grizz.
I'd like to start by investigating the treasure for just like useful items or anything other than just your standard gold and goblets and stuff.
So you're not looking at like gemstones, stuff like that. You're looking at artifacts,
Not
yeah.
immediately, no.
We'll go through the pantry. So,
Oh,
There's got to be some magic stuff now.
Wow. I had anticipated it, so I've rolled, and with that roll, it's juicy. So, okay. So as you're looking through the pile, you do find, sticking out more than the rest, a rather well-looking, crafted piece of chest armor.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so do you want to sort of pull it out?
Yeah, okay. See what it's like. Compare it to what I've got. Do I want to inspect it further, or?
Yeah, I was just double checking the stats on it, because I just rolled these on the magic items table. So, yeah. So as you, do you want to give me an investigation on it and see what you can sort of gather as you look at it?
Something rubbish now, no doubt.
Yeah, it looks like a piece of armor. Yeah, so you could tell that it's looking at it. It looks sort of lightweight in a way, but not quite. So it's a mix between a sort of chain and plate. But you can tell it's made from quite a hard material. You probably, of all people, don't know too much about the armors and metals of the world.
No.
Coming from where you are more of the nature kin, so yeah, you can't tell much beyond that.
Can I ask Broderson what he makes of it? Broderson, you do you know what this metal is? It's not similar to one of your many knives, is it?
Do you want to give me?
Go on, yeah.
Yeah, do you want to give me an investigation check?
12.
Yeah, so as you sort of look at it, you can tell that it's a. You've seen these kind of things before, probably more on nobility, and you can tell it's made from quite a rare metal, an adamantine metal, which is actually higher than the shadow steel, which a lot of you carry. Swords that the guild has provided from a sort of hardy crafted material, but the adamantine itself is is a rare, powerful substance that a lot of the dwarven kingdoms seek out in the mines.
When was the last time I would have seen this adamantine armor?
So it would have been back in your history. And I don't want to give your backstory stuff away, but perhaps when you were around certain folk.
I see.
I can message you if you, because I obviously, bear in mind, don't want to speak openly about your backstory.
On a super yacht or something.
That's okay.
But you can tell it's come from more of a higher stature.
Awesome. What type of armor did you say it was? Was it a breastplate or a chainmail?
It's sort of a chainmail armor. Imagine the easiest way to describe it in my head. I'm thinking of it more as like a mithril armor from Lord of the Rings.
Okay. So chainmail.
But it's called adamantine armor.
I've got adamantine chainmail as an item. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks, Broderson. And I'm sort of just gonna walk off and stare at it, and eventually equip it. Just daydream about it for a bit. Oh no! Wait!
No crits for you.
That's a heavy armor. There's the chainmail, so I can't have that one.
Is it heavy?
Yeah, hang on.
It can come in medium or heavy. I've put it as a medium.
There was a medium one on there, so I think I've clicked the wrong one. Change shirt instead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, cool. That protects me from critical hits.
That's the one.
Thanks. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to pop that on instead of my regular chain shirt. I should have noticed I was already wearing a chain shirt, but never mind.
With the when you're not using, would that help Olga at all?
It's medium armor.
Oh right, I presume.
So I don't know. Olga, can you have medium armor?
What do you mean? Am I medium-sized?
Okay, so on your bottom left
Wizard's
square of your
armor.
sheet,
Bottom square of my sheet. Yep.
bottom left, there should say underneath armor. It will say so. Mine says light armor, medium armor.
Mine
Or
says
shift.
none.
Yeah, as a wizard,
Yeah.
you can only wear light. Not even light. Is this just standard,
Oh.
like robes, cloth, whatever they call it.
Could I possibly have a look in the treasure for some suitable armor next? Thank you, though, Cathbad.
Okay, I'm going to cast my old armor on the floor because I don't need it.
Okay. And you continue to rummage round as you also find, funny enough, I rolled a ring for you.
Is this still me?
Yeah. You
Oh,
found
okay.
an additional trinket in there.
Okay.
And again, it was a ring that stands out from more of your standard golden rings. I'm just looking for the description of it.
Is it a cold ring to go with your warm ring?
You like rings, didn't you? Just trying to find it in the book a sec. Yeah, so yeah, you find a small ring, and it doesn't come with a description, so I'll have to make one up myself. But yeah, it seems to be a gold ring, but the golden design in it is shaped like the wings of a bird, as it extends into a small gemstone which is shaped like the head of a duck or a swan. So
Maybe a duck.
So between the wings and the head, yeah, you probably gather it's a swan. Just as
okay.
things popping into my head, yeah. And it you can add a ring of animal influence to your. So I said funny. I rolled a druid type ring actually. But yeah, it's called the ring of animal influence that you can add to your.
Oh, okay, cool. Kind of already have these. Oh no, there's a new spell in there actually. That's cool. Thanks.
But I mean, even that, remember, like, it's totally up to you if you keep that or not. So, yeah. So
I
that's
can
what you
wear it.
find.
I've still got spare fingers for more rings. So.
Yeah, of course you can. So they're the key items that you sort of dug out of there.
Thanks.
As you were sort of running around.
Not a bad haul. I'm just gonna go and chill by the fire now and let everyone else do their thing.
What would the rest of you like to do?
Can I have a look? Can I have a rummage around there for any sort of protected clothing that I could wear?
Any clothing?
Well, I'm not allowed to have armor, but like something better than what I've got. Something a bit more like a lead t-shirt would be nice. You know.
I don't think that's better.
No.
It gives you +3 AC, but you periodically take 8 poison damage every action.
Yeah.
Or every
Yeah, and if you go in water, the water suddenly becomes unsafe to drink.
You can,
I mean-
if you want to rummage round, give us an investigation check.
Okay, thank you. Investigation. Here we go.
What I want to do while that's going on is I want to attune to my dragon sword just in case. So I'm going to switch out Boar's Light for a little while and go with the Blade of the Dragon King. So just want to take a moment to do that.
Forgot you had that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you've...
Oh no, I've already got it attuned because I can attune 3 items. That's fine, no problem. Yeah. Okay, cool.
But you've taken it out the bag of holding though, yeah?
Yeah, I've had it. I've had it on my person for
I thought I thought it was still in
Yeah.
there. Cool.
But either way, I'm gonna have that ready to use as my primary weapon for now.
So unfortunately, as you sort of look around the treasure pile, you can't seem to see anything that is of cloth armor in nature.
Okay.
Sorry.
Alright.
Find a lot of nice shiny things.
I'll have a shiny thing. If I can have, I'll pick up a shiny thing. Consolation prize.
Give me a sec. Is as you're sort of digging through, there is a. Woohoo! Oh my god! Just rolled a 99.
Oh.
But there's a specific table I'm looking for. Oh yeah, here we go.
Shiny things table.
Just because you did, you had a decent roll there, and I rolled a decent roll on top of it. So you find a just sort of gleaning out of the pile of gold. A 6. A red gemstone that seems to just have edged out of the gold. You probably wouldn't have seen it if you weren't, specifically looking at that part of the pile of gold.
Yeah.
And as you pull it out, you find a large star ruby. So this is a ruby-colored gemstone.
Nice.
With a white star-shaped center. And from your knowledge of just being in cities and trading and stuff, it's probably worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Jesus. All right.
Wow.
How do I add this to my inventory? Do I have to make a custom item?
No, you should be able to add a star ruby.
A star ruby.
Mm-hmm.
Star ruby. Yeah. Oh, thank you very
It
much.
should be worth about 1,000 gold pieces. If not, I'll just make a note that it's that value. Anybody else like to do anything?
I rummage through Stonker's snack box. If there's any home comforts.
Weirdo.
Searching his body as well for a look.
So you're going through his body.
Trent said that.
No, I was asking Lovak if Lovak was doing it.
So you're investigating his body, are you?
So I had to check his lunchbox or if he's
Oh,
got
his
any snacks.
lunchbox. Sorry.
Oh, I just thought you were being weird. So he's got a pouch on his body. You can't see anything that's sort of like a hidden box or anything next to his throne.
Sniff out any food? No.
Do you want to give me an investigation check?
Yeah. 21.
Sure.
Natural
Of
20.
course.
All the meat, please.
So, behind his throne, you find a sort of pile of meat that's being preserved in a sort of salted water. But as you look into this sort of bucket or box, you notice there's a pouch at the bottom of it.
Like eggs in this. Let's open up the pouch.
That's his snack box.
Yeah, and I don't know where I'm going with this. It's not actually where I wanted to go with it. So as you as you sort of look in, you do find seems to be a bit of a preserved scale, almost as you sort of take a look at a dragon scale.
Okay. A small one. Or a big.
It's fairly large, size of your hand.
I'll try and take a bite.
And
A little bit of a taste.
as you bite down, it's quite tough, and you struggle to get your teeth through it.
What's this? That's chucked on the floor.
All right.
Lovak, what did you just throw on the floor?
Like some sort of scale. It's too hard to eat.
I don't know if its value would be in whether you could eat it or not.
That's probably why it's in that bucket of salted water to break down, get a bit softer.
Or maybe they just wanted to keep it hidden from people.
Scales can have some magical properties, maybe.
Well, help yourself.
I'm gonna go over and pick it up then in that case.
Cool. Were you checking his body?
Me? No.
No.
I took his head though.
And that's all you need, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Shall I check his body then in that case?
Give us an investigation check.
He has an artifact that breathes fire, right?
15.
So, as you look on on the Bugbear's body. You can on Stonk Err's body. You find weirdly he was wearing a torn bandana. Made him look powerful, I think. But also you find a pouch with 4 gold. 21 silver pieces and 48 copper pieces. But on top of that, you find around his neck, and Lovak, you might have recalled him earlier, grabbing his chest as he, just before he shot lightning at you, and you find around his neck a necklace, which seems to have a slight static charge to it.
An electric necklace? Does anybody want this electric necklace? It doesn't really suit my vibe.
Is
I'm
it
okay.
is it magical?
Maybe Daggers could use it.
I'm not giving Daggers something that could make him more powerful, Novak. I'm telling you that now. I'll eat it before I give it to Daggers. I'll hold on to it for now then, in that case, if nobody else wants it. But yeah, I just wondered if, somebody else would find this useful.
Just as a brief description, it's a sort of golden necklace with a small chain, and then dangling from it there's a series of beads. There is 6 beads in total. It looks like one of the beads, or a few of the beads, have been broken off to leave 6 remaining.
Like as if there were 6 uses of it left.
I mean, Olga, Drent, maybe spellcasters might be some powerful.
I feel like that might be one
contained.
for you.
I already cast spells. I don't need it personally. Maybe someone who doesn't have much range might find use for it if it does cast lightning of some sort.
Okay, I'll hold on to it for now.
Cool. Anyone else want to do anything else?
Me and Broderson were cooking breakfast.
Could you give me a quick idea of the supplies that are available to us?
Yeah, so you've got a slightly salted scale, which Grizz now has, and you have a bucket that Lovak has found full of sort of various meats. Looks like rats, bats, those kind of things, just being held in a bucket of sort of salted water.
And there's no other food anywhere in the...
Doesn't seem to be much.
It's the mushrooms.
Wait, is the dragon scale for eating? Is that actually? I just thought it wasn't for I've never heard of anybody eating dragon scales before. I don't want to go possibly into the dragon's place and have my breath smell of dragon, do I?
Might be intimidating.
Oh, I'm gonna have a chat with the dragon. Hey, we just cleaned out all those goblins were doing your head in. Oh, what's that? Oh, you can smell that I've been eating dragon. Oh no, that's not going so well.
Maybe you could give it back to Mozor and he will be your friend.
Yeah, do you want to volunteer for that mission?
Oh no.
I mean, you'll definitely be the leader then, wouldn't you? You'd be nobody'd be able to argue with that.
I mean, I stood up to Stonk Err.
Wow.
You did better than anybody expected. That's a certainty. Thing is, Daggis, we've got such low expectations of you. You can't disappoint.
Oh,
See, I said you're no different to the rest of them. Just like the goblins. Always poking fun at Daggis. Daggis is never respected for all and everything that he does.
Okay, well, we're moving on now, so, you know.
Well, they should talk, I guess, or something.
Finish the tour?
Yeah, up north.
Okay, sure. I'll take you to the rest of the cave. Now, just know that up ahead there's the cave, there's the tunnel that we're building. That we're trying to escape from. Stonk Err thought if we build a route out the other way, Mozor will never expect us leaving. So that's why all the goblins were digging holes, and there's still going to be goblins down there digging holes right now. And they don't know you're in charge, so the head might come in handy.
Got it.
And then there's another tunnel that goes on long way, and there's some patrols who go up and down there. Again, and they are just watching out for Mozor, because that leads to Mozor's lair. But Mozor's probably eaten all of the goblins who just left the cave.
So he's out at the moment?
Well, he wasn't there when you came into the cave. I told you he'd gone, and that's when they were taking advantage. And that's how there's so much gold in here.
Is Mozor's treasure room got much more treasure than that we have over there?
More treasure. Hordes of treasure. I mean, if Daggis lived in there, Daggis would be a happy goblin.
Are you not a happy goblin right now, Daggis?
Of course, I'm God. Daggis in charge. Daggis making his own beer brand called Brew Dag, and it's all working out very well for Daggis. Things are looking up in the world.
So,
You say hard work pays off, and I agree.
so after breakfast, we want to go and see if Mozor's away, or do you want to pack up some of this treasure, or what do you guys think?
I think we should probably take like an amount we can all carry each, without any hassle, just in case we don't loop back through a year.
Well, I have the bag of holding.
Oh, right, okay.
That can carry an awful lot of treasure.
Okay, then bag of holding, right?
Up.
It can actually hold 500 pounds worth of stuff and has a 64 cubic feet.
Somebody else can
area.
work out the calculations as to whether all that gold can go in there. Might take you a while to scoop it all in, a couple of hours, but
Yeah,
take it with you.
can do. And I'll just start shoveling unless someone says otherwise.
Start shoveling, yeah.
Does somebody actually want to Google how much?
I'm
gold you can
hey, I'm looking at it.
I'm still looking at the football results, sorry. I'm hoping Liverpool lose.
Oh, no spoilers for all the live people. Clearly watching this over Liverpool playing.
I would.
Okay, anyone else like to do anything else, or do you want to press on?
I really want to see what's around this corner now.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
it has been a while, yeah.
What, we haven't died in an hour?
So you guys are gonna start
Go.
heading towards the northern part of the.
Yeah.
Cool. And as you sort of head round the corner and up to the top,
I reckon you could take probably about 4,000 gold, roughly.
And if we aim for the platinum and get mostly the platinum
Mm.
and the gemstones.
there's no platinum in there.
Ah,
Oh.
that's
I'm not doing maths again for platinum.
That's why. There's enough gold in there. Be happy with that.
4,000 coins is a lot of gold,
there
right?
is gemstones as well that you're sucking in, I guess, as you're throwing them in there. But yeah, so if you've absorbed about 4,000 into your bag of holding, which is now, I guess, close to its max capacity.
okay. Gold. In fact, I need to put this in the bag of holding.
The
Fish.
Halfway to a griffin, that is, right?
yes.
Bag of holding. Oh, I'm gonna take my gold out of the thing, so I put 265 gold in there.
So you reckon about well over half, around 60, probably 70% of that gold hoard has now disappeared.
Nice.
Cool.
Um,
So yeah, as you come around, you can see that there's a sort of stairway that leads down further into the cavern.
After you, Daggis.
Yeah. I guess get up front.
Oh, yeah, it's okay, okay. I'm coming.
I'll follow close behind.
Come on, follow Daggis. Watch out for the trap.
Wait.
There! As he points to the step.
Oh.
The second step. Don't stand on it.
Okay.
We disarm it.
If you know how to disarm, I don't know how to disarm. And you can see, just looking around as you look up now, you can see that there's like a sort of mechanism leading a rope to a pile of boulders at the top of the step.
Deadly.
See? Daggis looks after you once again. This is why you trust Daggis. Okay.
Thanks, Daggis.
Cool. And that's where I'll shift us over to the roleplay view because I've got a map for the next section. So yeah, as Daggis leads you down into down the steps and into this next section of the cavern, you head down a sort of long passageway. After a short few 100 meters or so, it branches off, and this is where Daggis says to you, see? Now, down there, that's where we're building the new cave. The new way to get out towards the eastern part of the mountains. But this way, that's the Mozosle.
Okay.
Lovac sneak in front at this point, or is there plenty of free room for us to keep walking?
Yes, the passageway is around sort of 5-10 feet wide in some places.
How far is it from here to Mozo's lair is what I was wondering.
Are you asking
is it
him?
with? Yes.
Oh, we got a long way. It's a few kilometers.
Are you going to take us to any more shortcuts that are actually longer than the the actual normal route?
No, see, this was a really like a small passage, but we've been carving it out so we can carry more gold so the ogres can get down there.
Are we likely to come across any complications on the way there?
Sometimes some jelly cubes. They mean, but I know how to find them.
Okay. But we don't need Lovak to go scout in front then.
Is it best to have Lovak out in front just in case we come across any people and we can get use the head of your former boss out, right?
That's a
Could
good
be a
idea.
patrol.
Sure.
You're right. It could be a patrol.
I mean, Lovak's generally out in front, is what I'm saying, right? You know.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
But
Mhm.
but if I'm new boss, I should tell them. Yeah.
Go out front if you want, I guess.
As he scuttles off to the front. Yay! Okay, I like my new position. So, let's go. So yeah, are you heading towards Mozo's lair, or are you heading down the other?
Mosel's lair, right?
Also, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much point going down the other path, is there?
Cool.
It's just a tunnel, right?
So you head down this long cavern, which seems to go on for several kilometers. Whilst there are sort of several pockets of natural cave, you can see that the majority of this cave has been carved out, like Daggis has said, for large creatures like the ogres. It's fairly dry, but somewhat close, as the air around you feels much heavier and claustrophobic. And after an hour or so's travel through the system, you start to see a bright white light brighten the cavern ahead, as it looks to be piercing its way through the edges of a large rock concealing the entryway. Up ahead, that's Mozo's lair. That's where you'll find the treasure.
You know if Mozo is in at the moment?
And this is where, as the sort of light has just started to disturb your eyes, you start to see shadows against the backdrop, and a group of goblins approach you. Oi, what you doing, you little daggers, you little scruff? And who are these? Is that a human? Get your swords out! Get them! They've got daggers. No.
Stomp
And
his
he,
head.
Daggis
When the
reaches
new-
back and he pushes your hand down. I got this one, Novak. I'm the new boss now, and you will listen to me. This is the new boss back here. I mean, I'm the new boss, but these are other bosses. And now you put your swords down. And they look at him and just like, see how his persuasion check was. He rolled a 5. They look at him and just go, "Daggers, you little scruff! Get out of the way!" As they start to charge towards you.
We're under new management. And I'll lift up the head of Stonk Err.
And as you lift the head up, their vision of you is much clearer than your vision of them because of the bit of white light that's coming behind them. And they just see the light glisten from Stonker's eyes. Oh my god. And they... okay. Put down your weapons. As they look at you and... Alright.
Is the dragon at home?
What's your name then? I've not seen you around here. How have you got his head?
My name's Plonk. Plonker.
Plonker? Are you Stonker's cousin? Or long lost brother?
Father.
Wow.
Brutal. I never thought he had a father. But here we are. Alright, well you got his head, I suppose. Alright. You're
He's been a very naughty boy. Is the
Alright.
dragon at home?
Oh, I'm glad I'm not his son. Jesus. As he turns around and whispers to the other ones, we've not seen the dragon in some time. It's been fairly quiet over here. Yeah, we've been looking for ages and there's nothing there. He seemed to have went out ages ago and I don't know. It's usually back by now.
Oh.
But we've been hoarding the gold in. I mean, sometimes we get caught and one of them lose their arms or legs or something. But no, it's been quiet. We've got loads of gold. Look, stacking it up over here. And you see like a pocket of the cabin where they've been stacking it up.
Whoa. Check it out. Show us the way in.
Oh yeah, alright, well we just put the stone back because we were a little bit concerned. It'd been a while and we didn't wanna be too long.
I'll look back to the party. Are we going in?
Yeah, we can use them as fodder, right?
If the worst comes to the worst, can we at least try and talk to the dragon and say what we've done to kind of clear out some of its pest problems?
You don't want to just run away as soon as the dragon comes?
I mean, that would be plan A. Plan B, I like to have a plan B.
Okay.
Plan B is negotiation.
Yeah, like, you know.
We get what, plan Z before we have to fight him, yeah?
Yeah. Have you spoken
Dragons
to
aren't
many
beasts, are
dragons,
they?
Chris?
I've only seen a dragon once, and that was quite a small, unwell dragon in a fair, and that was still a problem.
Dragons are dangerous and intelligent beasts, Chris. I don't know if it depends on the type we get, but they're not. They wouldn't tend to be aligned with a band of adventurers such as us. I don't think we'd get far talking to one.
Like, how would you feel if you came home and like they were like people rooting through your stuff?
If they'd taken care of a lot of, like, you know, rats while they were there, I might be a little bit more, like, you know, open to discussion.
Okay.
I mean, that's what Stonk Err like made the deal with him to do, like clear all, not the rats, but just all the troubles in the cave system and stuff.
If Stonk Err can make a deal with him, then, like, we're way more, like, charming and intelligent than Stonk Err was, right?
Yeah. You've got
Potentially,
your eloquence.
That's one not particularly nice creature, and another. They probably have a lot more common ground than we do.
I bet some dragons are lovely.
Isn't this the dragon that tried to kill us all outside?
Yeah.
ISIS.
Let's just say there's not been much conversation between Mozor and Stonk Err since he stole from him.
You think we should get our super
We can
sneaky
show him his
guy
head.
to go first and just see if there's anything, you know, exceptionally worth stealing?
Yeah,
I mean,
we
the
showed
last thing-
dragon is Stonk Er's head, right? So we
yeah,
caught him
but
stealing.
The last thing we want, right, is to go in and then we start stealing from the dragon, and then the dragon comes back. Yeah, that's a classic, like, you know, I've read in books where that happens. That would be like, you idiot. You read the book and you're like, you idiot, why are you doing that? And we're about to do that. It's a bit, you know.
Should we wait then until the dragon comes back and then goes back out, so that we know we've got plenty of time?
I mean, that could be a while, but it sounds more sensible than...
Would
going in when the dragons. They've said he's normally back by now. Like, I mean, it just. If this was in a book you were reading, you'd be like, oh, come on, right? You know.
Yeah, it's almost like running away from a mummy and tripping over, right?
Yeah.
Would you give Mozo his gold back if he asked for it?
If it stopped us getting killed, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
If you
It's not
if you
Mozo's
give
gold, it's ours.
everything back to Mozo, would you do that? Or would you like? There's a lot of gold in there, a lot. There's like, I don't know, probably like 200,000 gold.
I mean, we could always just run through and then come back later on the way back when we know he's out.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Sounds like a safe option, doesn't it, Cuthbert?
I don't want to get like Grizz said. Knowing the luck we've had coming through this dungeon, the moment we touch a gold coin, we start hearing the dragon's wings outside. I think.
Think about it as well. You might be like, oh, that gold smells like my gold.
Yeah. Well, the moment we start to have a short rest in there.
Yeah.
Not gonna say anything.
Like, the other option is, right? We got some gold. We wait for the dragon to come out, and then we go out the way we came in, right? Because we only came in here because the dragon was chasing us down in the first place. This isn't like, this isn't where we're going. I mean, I kind of feel like I'm but we're not here to take on a dragon. We're here because the dragon was trying to take us on.
But would it be a quicker route to carry on through to get to where we're going?
Daggis.
I'm not gonna lie, I've lost track of the directions we come in.
Daggis, you said that there's a way out in Mosel's room, right? Where does it lead to?
Oh, it's Mozo's lair is like a huge cavern, so he just comes straight from outside.
That's,
Cuthbert,
yep.
if you stuck your head around it, do you think it's possible it's what you saw in your vision? Didn't you see a massive cave?
That's a good point.
Oh, I did. Hang on.
That's a
Vision
good point.
of a large cavern within mountains with crystal shimmering within.
Okay, so if there's crystal shimmering within, we're in luck,
In
right?
trouble.
Okay.
Or in trouble. Daggis, is there crystals in there?
Like little ones.
I'm gonna poke my head in, and because it might not be actual crystals, but it might just be an effect like off of the treasure.
There's like little crystals in the treasure, but they're in the middle of the room. There's one big crystal.
I'm gonna go and have a look in there, poke my head around if that's all right. Can I do a?
Isn't there a giant rock in the way?
Oh, sorry.
So at this point, I will transfer you over to the next battle map,
Oh.
and we'll move on to the battle.
I am right in guessing that, right, Mike? Didn't they say there was like closing a big giant rock behind us? Behind them, the goblins.
Yeah, so I'll show you now, and it'll probably make
Okay.
it a little bit clearer. Except it's not wanting to work for some reason. My polygon's not working. I'm gonna have to reload.
It's getting a bit cramped in that little square.
Give me a
I know, I just zoomed into it like, Novak, Olga, and one of the ogres.
and I'm gonna move over
Be in
here
the
a sec. You're in the lift going into Mozo's lift. Yeah, there you go. It's working now.
And I have the elevator thing in my head.
Ding
How
ding
far?
ding. Daggers is just going ding 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 ding. Like You want me to move this boulder, boss? Hey? Yes. Come on, move it, please. Never thought daggers would ever be the boss, but here we go. Just shows we can all move up in the world, eh?
Not you.
Oh, well, that's sad. As he
It just means because you're already up the top, mate.
pushes.
Yeah, 'cause it's
I
'cause
like
it-
this one. Even if he is a stinky human.
Get used to the smell.
Never thought we'd be working for humans either. Work with all sorts of people in this world now. Jesus, alright, so let me open up the rock, and he starts to move her away as you peer through the gap, and directly as you sort of start to pull the rock away, the glistening of gold already strikes your eyes. But as he continues to move the rock away, I'm gonna say you can start to see more of like this. And I'm just gonna
Ooh.
zoom out.
That does kind of look like something you would have in a vision, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it could be a crystal shimmering within. It's just maybe my notes aren't very clear, but yeah.
sort of see it sort of opening up a little bit. It's hard to see past the treasure. It's stacked quite high, but as you sort of look in and you start to, you can just see the distances but not quite clearly. You can see that it's a really large cavern, probably over 100 feet in height, width and diameter. As soon as the rock has moved away, it was already a slight chilling breeze, but the now chilling air from this exposure as the rock has moved is striking on your skin as the frozen walls and floor beneath you in the cavern start to glisten with ice, and your eyes are drawn sort of in multiple directions. You can sort of see gold coins immediately, like I said, within your vision, and trinkets scattered across the sort of the back end of the cave as well, so you can see them slightly glowing in the distance. But most strikingly is the light from the large crystal at the center of the room, which dominates and radiates a pristine and mesmerizing bright light throughout the cave. And Cathbad, as you look, it is clear to you that this is what you saw in your vision.
Ben, you were right. This is exactly what I saw in the water. This is the place.
This is fantastic, Ben. I'm so scared of this dragon now. Did your vision give you any information on how we contact the gods or anything? Maybe the crystal is a portal or something?
I would definitely want to inspect the crystal, but unfortunately the vision was just the image. It was just this snapshot from where we're standing. It's exactly what I saw.
Oh wow. Do you think we should ask Lovak to go and scout the area first, or do you think we're okay to just go in since the dragon isn't here at the moment?
I think one of us, and then we can quickly run if it does come, or regroup. I don't know. What do you think?
I think so. I think Lovak is generally our most stealthiest of people, deceptively, since his size is
What?
so great.
What if Mozo is not there? Would you steal more of his gold?
I would.
I don't want to steal any gold from Mosul directly, to be quite
No,
honest.
Me
I
neither.
think we have a fig leaf of respectability in that we haven't stolen from him yet. We've stolen from Stonk Err, I don't think we want to steal from him directly, because I've got a feeling he'll be able to smell his gold on us, just like the scale and everything else. I
So
really don't.
do you think like we could get, or I could get away with it then and leave if I said like to Mozo that I didn't steal his gold?
I mean, I guess I don't do what he wants.
And maybe
I
you
guess.
did steal his gold, though, right? You
I
were
didn't
in
steal
here.
it. No, I just was watching the rest of it. I was the scout.
I think this dragon stole this gold from someone else. So is Mozo going to give it back to them? I don't think so.
Is it true that dragons know exactly how much gold they have in their lairs?
Hey, well, Mozo wasn't happy when he noticed some of his gold, though. So maybe.
I know Mosul stole his gold, but do you really want to have the same morals as a dragon?
I believe stealing from the rich to give to the poor is much better.
Why would
than-
you not steal from him, though? I mean, you could be rich, Olga.
And give it to the poor, of course.
This is the first time you've ever mentioned anything about giving the poor rent, so...
Oh, did I not tell you this?
Look,
I assume we all
This
had
is
these
a charity
morals.
mission.
The guild get a cut as well,
I
remember?
thought we all had these morals.
The, yeah, I mean, the thing I want us to remember is we've already got, like, what, 4,000 gold out of this
Yeah.
place?
That's
Yep.
guild tax.
Like, this is the thing,
Oh,
right?
minus gold tax.
I've seen this happen to good people before. When they get gold come in front of their eyes and that's all they can see, right? That changes people. And sometimes I can be a little bit flexible on how I interpret things. But one thing I know is no good ever comes from putting gold ahead of everything else.
And I guess we're not just gonna steal gold and then go down from the mountain and go.
We
and
can't
spend it.
we can't carry any more gold, right? We've got the bag of holding
can't.
full.
And the dragon's only gonna follow us all the way up the mountain, and we'll have that to deal with.
We've got 500 pounds in weight of gold. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Do you know anybody who's? I've got one uncle that might have 500 pounds worth of gold.
But that's Mozo's
Inside
gold.
check. Can I inside check, Chris, please?
Go for it.
Okay.
I don't even know. What is it? 13.
Okay, I come from a fair amount of wealth, so you could just about believe that.
Ah, gosh darn it.
I think, Grizz, for someone so inexperienced, you speak a lot of wisdom.
I've seen
this-
it happen to people.
This is the first time in my life on this adventure that I've even seen gold, and I'm not going to lie, I'm very much taken with it. But you're right, we're on a much more important quest, especially. I see that now after seeing the druids
But
and
the
putting us
gold
on this
is
path.
the gold that you have in your bag is Mozo's gold, though.
Yeah, only indirectly. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a semantic argument to be made that we've stolen from Stonk Err, right? You know, that's
dead.
that's not that's not ideal, but it's not for Mosul, right? Look, Daggis, why do you keep asking us if we're going to steal? I feel like we're being set up here. This is not. This is ticking all of the boxes to say we're going into a bad situation that could get worse.
I'm just afraid.
But you shouldn't be afraid, I guess you're the leader now. So once we're gone, you can steal all the gold you like.
Yeah, there's more of it for you, if anything.
Okay.
I honestly think if we prioritize gold above what we're here for, then we're asking for trouble.
It's hard, like, learning all these things about being a leader all in, like, the same day, you know? It's like there's
It's
a
a
lot to
crash
take on.
course.
After being tortured too, you know, and like my toe is only just starting to feel better. My emotions are everywhere.
That's okay.
And I haven't played with my friends and my stalagmites in a while.
You
Maybe
can
you
play
should
with
go
them
and do
soon.
that.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go and do that now, Daggis.
Yeah. Take 5.
Yeah.
We'll be
Get,
here.
get a little rock out and give it a little, shuffle.
okay. As he goes over to the wall, and she's like, I like you. Been a little while since I've been here. I'm sorry I left you.
Is that a top 3 rock or top 10 rock or?
Well, Dagger slept many a time here. Just comfortable.
Okay, right. We need to focus on that crystal, right? You know, that's what we're here for. If anything else, comes our way, that's a side benefit. Brilliant, wonderful. But there's a chance that actually.
I think we should, Lovak, if you're up for it, would you be alright to inspect the crystal? And if we start to hear any dragon noises, I'll throw cast without trace at you. I'd rather not use my spells just now after we just had a nice rest. I mean, I'd rather save my magic just in case we need it. But are you okay to do that?
More than okay. Are we looking for a way out as well?
Yeah. Check the crystal, see if there is anything to it, and maybe we'll follow and make our way out if everyone's alright with that.
Get in, get out, no bodies.
Yeah.
Out the way then. I'll go for it.
Cool. All right, boss. If you're going past, and as you sort of enter the grandeur of the rooms,
I'm gonna go stand up here.
Sorts of hit you, and I'll just expand it all for you.
As I approach the crystal, I would like to scan the room, looking for any obvious escapes, hiding places. The one down the bottom is there.
That's the entrance, isn't it? That you'll come in.
So as you sort of, I'm just gonna make sure for the benefit.
That's where the dragon would.
For anyone on the stream. So to the south is the large cave entrance, which is probably at least 30-50 feet wide, and high as the sort of cave then grows even higher. So it's like a large dome that you're in right now.
Right. There's no hiding spots at all.
Other than you can see large treasure piles scattered throughout the room.
Go Brodusson style.
So if the dragon was going to come back, it would come back through that entrance in the south, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we send Daggis out to watch at the front then, in that case?
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
As the leader, he should step up in times like this, right?
And maybe that ogre, is that ogre still there?
Yeah.
He's creeping me out that he's just stood right behind me as well at the moment. So
Yeah, so do we want to do that then?
I think so, yeah.
Great idea.
So as you all walk into this room, you're just blown away by the staggering awe. The light seems to be shining off the walls are glistening and glimmering with the iciness. It's all like dazzling and sort of distracting for you, but as you sort of mentioned to Daggis to head to the entrance. I'm not very quick.
Take the ogre with you.
As the leader, ogre, you go to the entrance.
Nice.
Oh,
Well, it's good leadership, Dagger.
I was going to say that's bad leadership. You should never ask your people to do things you wouldn't do yourself, Daggis.
I've done it before, but it was scary.
Well, you've got experience.
Delegate.
Hey,
Dagger.
I'm learning to delegate. You told me to be a new leader, and I am being a leader in a way that I feel empowered to be. Okay?
Okay. It's not the way I do it, but you know.
While you're arguing, I'll just shake off this bright light and just stealthily run, like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Try not to slip.
Yeah, towards this crystal.
You could borrow my ice boots if you want.
So that they fit.
Do bugbears have big feet?
They've got big everything, haven't
I
they?
assume so, yeah.
Big old flippers. I'm just gonna come down and sort of peer at you from this pile of gold. My curiosity is getting the better of me a little bit.
As Lovak heads in, the light is so bright that it is a little bit painful on the eyes, and you actually lose sight of him as his proximity
Wow.
to the crystal.
Okay.
What would the rest of you like to do before I come back to Lovak?
I'm gonna come out by Cathbad just in case anything goes wrong.
I'm gonna search the treasure for a pair of Ray-Bans. No, not really.
Going over here. I'm gonna play up in the gold. Hey wee! As Daggis
Has the
just
ogre
jumps
made
in
it
the
to the
gold.
bottom yet?
I'm the boss now. I'm the boss.
Haggis. Shh. I mean, I know you're the leader, but
Do in fact shut up.
I'm going.
Can I bury him in the gold to just keep him?
Give it a rest. A monk's supposed to want to kill as badly as you do.
No, I didn't want to kill him. I just wanted to quieten him down.
You just want him to suffer at any moment.
He's an evil monk, isn't he?
I'm complicated. That's all.
Graze, are you coming out as well, Broderson?
No, I'm hanging back because I'm I'm a bit, nobody wants me to, silence Daggis, so I'm hanging back in a bit of a sulk, to be honest.
I'm going to sort of
by the entrance, like not committing to going in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, cool.
I'm going to sort of turn back and look uneasy at the group because I've lost sight of Lovak. So I'm sort of like, where's he gone?
Yeah, and meanwhile I'll come back to Lovak, and yeah, the crystal is sort of blinding. Do you want to give me an investigation check or something if you're looking at it?
Yeah, I'm not directly looking out. I'm gonna look down at the floor.
It's not quite as bad as looking at the sun, but you kind of get that, oh god, I can't stare at it for too long feeling.
Got you. Got investigation of 15.
Yeah, so as you're sort of doing that, like the brief glimpses of the crystal, you can feel almost like a resonating aura come from it. You can feel like the hairs on your body, of which you've got many, sort of rising almost like static. And as you sort of peer towards the crystal with the side of your eyes, you see ripples, but you can't quite make out what is past those ripples. It's almost like it is potentially showing you like another cavern or another place, but you can't quite tell. It almost looks like land is what I'm saying to you, but you can't quite tell because the light is just piercing.
Okay. Interesting.
So coming back over to the rest of the group.
Has the ogre made it to the front yet?
Yeah, so he's carried on moving.
Yeah, so at least we'll have some sort of heads up.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till he gets to the front, and I'm gonna make my way over because I'm just really curious about this anyway. And
Doesn't look like there's anything out there. It's not even that blizzardy anymore.
I'm gonna creep over to the crystal slowly, shielding my eyes.
Yeah, so again, as you approach it, similar to Lovak, nothing seems to be happening other than you again similar to Lovat, feeling that
Yes.
resonance coming from it and slight ripples of something.
Is there anything I can do to the crystal? Like, can I use my staff to kind of, I don't know, maybe do like what check?
I'll
Was I
ask.
gonna, Arcana check or something, or
What happened to
Is
your
it
staff the last time
magical?
you touched a crystal?
yeah, but this is a new magic staff.
No, joking.
This one's
Just
got a
kind of
hand
wanted
on
to
the
highlight
end.
that because I forgot it.
This one's got a hand on the end. It's designed for. Oh yeah, no, that's a good point actually. Yeah, I don't know. Can I like do any kind of some sort of druid folklore type thing? I don't know.
Do you want to give me an Arcana check?
Yeah. It's coming through very slowly. Oh, there we go.
Oof, nice rolls. So you can definitely feel that there's definitely something magical about this. As you... Yeah, you didn't even need to touch it with your staff. You can feel it being a, of magic use yourself. You can feel that there is definitely a strange aura about this. But it's hard to tell because it is so piercingly blinding.
Yeah, we don't know exactly what it is. I wonder if it's. Can I do an investigation check on the stones around it? See
Sure.
if there's any runes or anything like that.
As you're doing that, roll it, but I'll go back to the group.
Yeah, cool.
So, Grizz, Broderson, Olga,
Ah, no.
Drent. Opposite
Hey.
ends.
Drent would like to investigate the treasure up here.
It was hovering on a 19.
Cool. So Drent heads up to the northern pile of treasure.
Mhm.
Give me an investigation track.
Looking for magical artifacts in particular.
Alright.
Just the cool swanky stuff. 15.
15.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come back to that
Okay.
as we come to Olga, Broderson, and Grizz. What would you like to do? Because I have to roll something.
Can I go to the crystal as well?
Of course.
I wonder.
Oh, it's now my opportunity to go and stick daggers down in that pile of gold.
You're so
Oh
mean.
no, Olga's not there.
Chaotic evil, and no one's noticed.
I'm not a bad person. I'm just occasionally a problem, right?
Yeah, that's why it's chaotic, right?
Yeah. I'm more chaotic good than I am anything else.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
You always see
Sure.
them bullies at school really helping people out by, burying them or stuffing their head down the toilet or whatever that they do.
Trent, if you put it like that, I won't do it. Okay.
Drent's miles away. This is Ryan.
Oh, okay. If Trent and Olga both think it's a bad idea, I'm not going to do it. But I am going to still be a bit sulky and not like rush ahead like I normally would. So I'm just going to hang back a little bit.
I mean, they're not there now. You make your own decisions.
Yeah.
Mike.
Don't mind me, everyone. Have a look at that crystal. No, I'm not going to do that.
So, I suppose
No, so
what
you're
checks
not
is
burying
there?
him under the treasure?
No, I'm not. No.
Okay. Would have been so funny.
It is how he would want to go, though, isn't it, if I was to kill him that way.
I mean, pretty much. Or like trampled by his own rocks, probably.
Yeah.
But I just want to be clear, I never wanted to kill him. I just wanted him out of the way. Just
That's
otherwise
just mob
occupied.
That's just mob talk. Just like sort him out.
Look, I was going to put him in some platinum boots, okay? And,
What checks, Cathbad? What checks have you done on this crystal so far? You
I'm
did that.
I'm investigating at the moment, but I think I'm a bit blind from this light and I can't see anything.
Okay. Can I
I'll ask
also?
again, is it magical?
I just
It's
think
definitely, it is
Really
magical, but I can't see anything written around it.
you know,
yeah.
when we were walking up here, I heard some voices on the wind. So I think, you know, I might have a bit of a connection with this place. So trying to actually be helpful, I just kind of look up to I touch Boar's light and I look up to the sky, which, you know, is the cave, but just symbolically. What are we supposed to be doing here? And then kind of see if there's any response.
Can you roll me a D20 Arcana, please? Or religion. Religion, please.
Yeah, religion probably makes sense, right? 14?
It's nice.
It's okay, right?
So, as you speak, seemingly to Boar, I assume, you start to feel a charge. What are you holding in your hand right now?
Boar's light.
You feel a charge coming from elsewhere on your body.
Is it the necklace?
Where are all your items on your body right now?
So the necklace would just be in like a pouch on my kind of, you know, on my kind of sash.
okay.
I'm not wearing it.
What else
it.
have you got with you?
I've got the dragon sword, you know, the blade of the Golden King.
And where have you got that?
So I've got two swords hanging, you know, off of their own scabbards, basically. That's
So
how
they're on like scabbards on the side of your body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, you start to feel a tingling around your groin.
Oh, I mean, thank you, Paul. I'm a bit embarrassed to listen.
As like a slight resonance and a shake of the room.
Can I look around
Seems
at
to
Grizz at this
happen.
point and just say, like, of course, Boar is the connection here.
As
Shall I walk up to the? I'll start
Yeah, I'm
walking.
gonna step
so
up to
as you
come towards
obviously you're thinking about moving. Before you do, I'm just gonna check in with. Was it Drent? Oh, Drent, you were looking at the treasure, right? I'll go. What were you doing?
I was trying to investigate it, but I didn't really know what to do. So when Grizz kicked off, I thought that was best.
Cool. So I'll go back to Drent a sec, who was looking at the treasure pile. And within the treasure pile, and it's funny I rolled this again. As always, used for magical items, contextual. But you find a silken robe.
Oh, I wonder if that would be handy for Olga. Is it far into the gold, or is it somewhere near the bottom of the pile, something I could easily pick up?
Seems quite light, as if it's risen to the top.
Yeah, I'll attempt to pick it up then.
Yeah, cool. As you pick it up, you can tell it's made from, as you touch it, some sort of exquisite cloth. And it seems to have a pattern of white, grey and black. I'm just trying to see if there's an actual description of it. Adorned with silvery runes. And
Okay.
yeah, that's all you can tell right now.
Okay, I'll put it in my backpack for now, and then obviously make a note to get back to it after, because I don't want to go trying to figure out what it is when I'm crapping my pants with a dragon around us.
Yeah, the light is sort of obscuring your view. Like it's so shiny that you can't quite tell. Do you know that thing that went around the globe around what color is this dress?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
like because we've all got different eye perceptions. You kind of got that thing with it right now. You can't quite tell what color it is.
Okay.
It's on the grayscale somewhere though.
Yeah, I'll just put it in my backpack for now and go back to the party.
Cool.
Thank you, mate.
Broderson?
Move over to
Nothing from me. So I'm just gonna stand at the entrance, lean against the wall, and pull one of the mushrooms out of my backpack and just chew on it thoughtfully.
Cool. Do you wanna? Oh, I'll do the roll for you. One of the white, one of the green ones, yeah.
Yeah.
You take 8 hit points, which I'll give you as a temporary hit point as well. As oh yeah. So again, you feel this delirious effect rise over you, as though your mind is quite loose. Something that you know yourself you're not too familiar with. As in front of you, like a unicorn goes down a rainbow or something, Daggers just slides down the gold in front of you. And it's just like, whee! Like, oh, you like those mushrooms, yeah?
Delicious.
Oh, check, look. There's some special ones behind the gold. It's like special mushrooms. They're golden.
Golden mushrooms.
Yeah, come look. Come look. And as you pop up there, Daggers just slides.
Daggers' shoulder, like as he's leaning down.
Yeah, he slides down the treasure, and much like you, seems to disappear.
So we both disappear?
No, he just disappears. Like, you get to the top of the treasure as he's slid down, and you can't see him anymore.
Okay, I'll slide down after him.
Cool. And as you do that, you hear a rumbling as the cavern starts to shake. And the ogre at the front goes, "Oh, the blizzard's back!"
time to run.
But as Broderson, you slide down, you're like, where has he gone? As a sort of plume of, I don't know how to explain it more than magical energy and smoke just appears above your head.
Can I make an Arcana check?
As you see a glimpse of Daggers now becomes a large white dragon.
Hey,
What?
Uh-oh, Grizz.
What do you mean, Grace? I've been saying I didn't want to steal from him and stuff. Like, what are you talking about? I didn't kill him, even though I've had loads of opportunities to.
Can everyone see this, or is it just me?
Everyone can see this now, as you all just catch the glimpse of this just dragon as the piles of gold start to tumble down from where he's just grown in size, as Mozor, or this dragon, smashes the cave entry and the rocks crumble
Wait, so Dagis was Mozor, or the Mozor was hiding under the gold?
Or his magic mushrooms.
Mm.
Is it,
At this point, you don't know.
Can I see any gold mushrooms?
Give me an investigation check. Unfortunately, you can't see any gold mushrooms. But as you all are just caught unaware by this action, as again, the blinding light, you can see a little clearer because when you're not looking at it, you can see outwards. You just hear the dragon speak. Thieves in the dark. You think you can steal from Mozor and get away with it.
We explicitly didn't think that.
You take me for a fool, Grizz.
No, I don't at all.
How does he know your name?
I mean, I'm kind of a big deal.
I feel you think you're a big deal, Grizz, but Mia, you are just a pawn in this party.
Oof.
I don't think that's very nice to say that.
Were you nice to little Dagis? No.
Like way
It's
nicer than
not
anybody
good
else.
to be on the
You-
other foot now, is it?
I was way nicer to him than I had any intention of being. Personal growth.
Yes, smother the little goblin in gold.
It's what he would have wanted.
Are you Dagis, or has he gone?
Dagis has gone. I merely sought insight into thieves in the mountain, thieves that I trusted with my treasure. But you have all proven yourself untrustworthy like the bugbear that I entrusted to clear the filth from this region.
I explicitly said that we weren't going to steal from the dragon. I mean, what more could I possibly have done to show my true intentions here? I've said I'm only interested in why we've come here.
I am not interested in the actions of one. You are a group, and the actions of your group are of no concern. You have evil thoughts within them. Drent is there searching my treasure right now.
I mean, that kind of looks
nice
bad, but
voice.
I'm sure there's an
As his head
explanation.
flicks over to him as he almost goes to scurry into the sky. But he looks over to you. Isn't that right, Drent?
Yeah, I wasn't leaving here without stealing something. Sorry, you stole this from someone else. I see
See?
it's
How
game.
can I trust any one of you when you have no pure good between you?
Well, clearly neither do you.
I've got some good in me. It just sometimes gets pushed below the surface a bit. You know,
I've done nothing but protect Dagis.
yeah, Olga's been like to the point where, you know, she told me off for my treatment to Dagis on at least 2 occasions.
I almost died.
Yeah, Olga put Dagis ahead of her own life. That's a really-
Yes. And Olga, amongst you all, is the most virtuous.
I mean, that's true. I mean, that's just true.
But none of
wouldn't-
you
It wouldn't be very
walk
interesting
the
if we
same
were all like that, would
actions
it?
as Olga. None of you cared for the life of poor Daggers, who sought but nothing to help you.
I gave him gold.
We healed him when he was sick.
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
We
we
gave him
did so.
gold from. Drent gave gold from his own personal supply.
Yep, and I healed him.
Could
Yeah.
Could I check the?
I'd shut up if I were you, Brodus, and you cut his toe off.
I was going to say, could I check Mosel's toe?
What was that?
Can I check Mosel's toe just to see if there's any disfigurement?
Do you want to investigate?
So,
Is it a 10 or a 7? Oh, the 10 was the front of the mushrooms. Cool. Yeah, so as you roll a 7, you can't quite see because you rolled down to the other side of the treasure. But as Mozo is like sweeping up and down in a, like, it's quite animated, you can see that a part of his scale is missing. And you can also see that, yeah, perhaps a clipping of a toe is gone.
Oh, I've got a scale if you want to have the scale back. Because, like,
You
know,
don't see
again-
this.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay.
This is because Broderson is directly underneath him right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I try and speak to Mozor? I'm going to step down. Mozor, tell us what you want from us. We're here on a higher quest. We don't mean to disturb or disrespect you. This is just the way that, well, we were driven in here. I'm sure you remember. But we're here to find the pathway.
It's too late for talk.
But what have we done to offend you? We're just passing through.
Cut off my toe. Your group stole treasure. Your group is currently stealing treasure from
You emotionally
me.
manipulated us by pretending to be daggers. How did you
I
do that
was
as
looking
well?
for your true virtues. But, as with all creatures of this world, when you
We're
don't know
multifaceted.
that you're being tested, you take the actions you wish to take.
We promoted him to
sorry,
leader.
Yeah. Sorry, but I didn't know I was being tested, and I think
Olga,
when you say everybody,
You may leave this place.
well, I'm not leaving without my friends. Sorry,
Who's got the bag of
Lovac-
holding right now?
Drent, isn't it?
bloody Drent.
Lovac was so selfless, he promoted Daggis to leader, even though he has no leadership qualities at all and will never have any.
Knowing that poor Daggers would be killed the moment that he left.
Well, no, that's why we sent everybody away with
To
the
their
gold.
certain doom, yeah.
Don't
to their doom.
forget,
meant to be
Daggers
out there
was
killing
there when
them.
you had your conversations. Daggers was just a pawn to get what you wanted to achieve. Again, your true colors speak through your actions and your words. Now feel my wrath
Just a
as
warning,
I
Mozor.
bury you amongst my treasure and you become trinkets for all of eternity. And I would like all of my gold back from that bag of holding.
Did you know Drent killed a dragon, Mozor? Just before you start attacking us. Just...
Well, we shall see what strength he has now. As he flies towards you and... Let's roll for initiative.
Ah,
Damn it!
This could be a
drop me in it.
This could be a really bad hard turn in my character's development, you know, because I do think overall I was quite good and considered and very like, oh no, we're not going to steal the gold, like, you know, do you know what I mean?
but I told you dragons are bastards, essentially. So they can't be reasoned with. They are like, are they mostly evil aligned or like very various types of evil?
There's some good ones.
Okay. The two that I've seen, let's put it that way.
We should got to actually chat with this one.
True.
I mean, we won't be doing that again. Next time it'll be like, right, going all guns blazing.
Oh god, I need to
Ooh,
clear.
we've got a chance.
I need to clear all the turn order a minute because there's loads of crap in it. So I'm gonna add all your character tokens separately.
Did you just bait us by saying Mozo got a 2?
No, I saw he got a 2. He did actually get a 2. So, really bad roll. Okay, so just need Cathbad Olga to put your initiatives and Broderson into the
Yeah,
turn
sorry.
order, and appreciate we're over time. So with that, as looks like Cathbad will be top of the turn order as
Oh,
we
boy.
pick up the next session with a large white dragon above your heads.
Great.
Cool.
So we escaped certain death to find ourselves in even more certain death, no matter how stealthily we tried to move.
Oh, how nice we were to this guy.
We were so nice to Dagus.
Grizz, I don't think you should be the spokesman for how nice we've been to Daggis.
Also, I think you need to reflect on what you consider nice.
It's a hard world out there.
Reminds me of our first game. Horde of the Dragon Queen. Was it Horde? No, the Mines of Phandelver. When you went to the mine.
Oh,
Just being arses to all the locals.
yeah, I mean,
And afterwards, it's like, oh, well, you know.
I'm not going to learn any lessons from this. I hope you'll realise that.
And on that note, we'll pick up again in 2 weeks' time where the party will now have to consider their actions after, a seemingly small goblin called Daggis was actually a dragon disguised, uncovering the true nature and activities of the group. So, with that, 2 weeks' time, we're looking at May 24th, Tuesday night. 7 p.m. GMT. We'll pick this up again. Really appreciate everybody who's watched us live tonight, and obviously appreciate everyone for being here today, playing the game. We are the Conduits of Chaos. We hope you all have a lovely evening, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks' time. If you like what you've seen, please hit that subscribe button as well, and watch our videos back on YouTube and Twitch. Love you guys. Have a good evening.
Oh.
Bye.